Hey guys, Toast here. Today we're going to review and discuss the MG15 n.A, a light machine gun available for 200 war bonds per variant for the support class in Battlefield 1. We'll discuss the stats of each of the different variants, attachments, the situations in which the weapon excels, and some tips when playing with this particular weapon. The MG15 n.A comes in 3 different variants: low weight, storm, and suppressive. The 3 variants share the majority of their base stats in common. The weapon has a maximum damage of 23 and a minimum damage of 17.5, making it a 5-shot body shot kill at close range regardless of limb modifiers, and a 6-shot body shot kill at long range, again regardless of limb modifiers, which essentially means that the weapon is very consistent at all ranges. The weapon deals maximum damage only up to 11 meters and then slowly drops off to its minimum damage at 43 meters. The rate of fire for all variants is 500 rounds per minute, which is pretty middle of the road for an LMG. Where the weapon really tends to shine, however, is that it has a class-leading muzzle velocity of 870 meters per second, which outclasses even many of the scout rifles, as well as a maximum magazine size of up to 200 rounds. The weapon is reloaded with a single magazine, taking a staggering 4.5 seconds to reload, but interestingly the short and long reload are both identical, taking the exact same amount of time. Where the variants tend to differ are in their recoil, spread, and magazine size. The low-weight variant boasts the best recoil decrease, spread decrease, and spread increase per shot, giving it the least variability in where the bullet will land with sustained shooting. This variant also has a bipod for added stability. The Storm variant, as with other Storm variants in the game, is going to offer the most favorable recoil at roughly 30% lower, making targets easier to track while aiming down sight. Finally, the Suppressive variant is going to take on the less favorable stats from the other 2 variants when it comes to recoil and spread, but it makes up for this with a longer range scope, a bipod, and a whopping 200 round magazine, making reloading more or less an afterthought. The attachments for the MG15 n.A don't differ much from what we've seen from similar variants of other support weapons. The low-weight and storm variants both feature iron sights. There are 2 types of iron sights, either standard or AA. The magnifications of both variants range from 1x up to 2x, and you can select the weapon's recoil direction, either center, left, or right, whichever's going to help you best control the weapon. The suppressive variant is going to offer a medium range scope offering 4 types of reticles, either cross, chevron, beam, or post. The magnification of this variant ranges from 2x up to 3.5x, and like the other 2, you can select the weapon's recoil direction. The MG15 n.A is really the long-range king of the LMGs when it comes to consistency and reliability. Since the weapon is going to be a 5 to 6 shot kill regardless of your range and has a middle-of-the-road rate of fire, it's going to be outgunned at close range by the faster-firing light machine guns, but can hold its own at mid-range against most, and is really going to shine at long range where a couple of missed shots doesn't mean much thanks to the massive magazine and most variants having a bipod. Use this weapon to support your team from the background and you'll find it'll treat you very well. The MG15 n.A is by far the most forgiving weapon for the support class. You can miss quite a few shots, literally 95 or more, and still get a kill before needing to reload depending on the variant. That said, do keep in mind that this weapon will suffer from overheating, which means either you'll need to go through a quick animation to get it back up and running, or you'll need to lay off firing for a couple seconds in order for it to cool down to continue sustained fire. Either way, you won't find yourself needing to reload very often with this weapon, which is a great trait. The MG15 n.A is easily the best light machine gun in the game for helping your teammates take down planes. Because of the high muzzle velocity and massive magazine, you have the opportunity to put a lot of lead down range without needing to do much leading on the aircraft. While you likely won't be taking down most planes with a semi-competent pilot entirely on your own, even just one other person firing on it or a few hits from an AA turret can be enough to finish the job even if you miss a number of shots. In addition to being a good option for taking out planes, the MG15 n.A suppressive in particular, as the name implies, is great for suppressing enemies while your teammates close in on a target. Even if you're not hitting every or even most of the shots, you'll still be able to suppress the enemy for a significant amount of time, giving your teammates an opportunity to make a push. Just be cautious though of placing yourself in too open a spot, as you will become an easy target for a hungry scout in the distance. If you're planning on playing aggressively with the MG15, you can certainly still do well, but do keep in mind that from a statistical standpoint, you're likely going to be at a disadvantage. Weapons like the BAR or Madsen are going to have an upper hand in close range because of their high rates of fire, and the Shosha, while slower firing, hits much harder and is also going to be formidable against you. Closing in on medics and scouts will provide you with the best opportunity to succeed in close range, and the more accurate you can be with headshots, the better off you'll be, as even one headshot will change the MG15 n.A from a 5-shot to 4-shot kill, and if you can manage 2 headshots, that'll drop it to a 3-shot kill. Now I want to know how you feel about the MG15 n.A. Do you like the weapon and feel it's viable? Or do you feel that there may be better choices for the support class? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.